a bull as big as an elephant, a wind as cold as ice. To compare two things in English, we can use the as structure. I'm Miranda, your friendly teacher at the Cambridge Dictionary, and today I'm teaching you what the as structure means and how to use it. We use as, adjective or adverb as, to make a comparison between two things that are equal in some way. For example, this tent is very big. In fact, it's like a house. We can say, this tent is as big as a house. In this sentence, we used an adjective, big. This person is moving very quietly, like a cat. We can say, they are moving as quietly as a cat. In this case, we used an adverb, quietly. Let's see if you can make some examples. This dog is very small, like a cup. We can say, the dog is as small as a cup. London is very hot today. It's like Rome. London is as hot as Rome. This person is singing very well, like a professional singer. We can say they sing as well as a professional singer. We can also use this form in the negative when two things aren't equal. Let's go back to our tent. This tent is very small. It's not like a house, it's smaller. The tent isn't as big as a house. This person doesn't sing well. They're not like a professional singer. They're worse. So we can say, they don't sing as well as a professional singer. There are a couple of common learner mistakes with this form. The first is you have to remember that we need as before and after the adjective or adverb. It's like a sandwich. As is like the bread and the adverb or adjective is like the cheese. We need two pieces of bread and the cheese to make the sandwich. Secondly, we use the normal form of the verb, not the superlative or the comparative. So if you say, she ran as faster as a cheetah, that's wrong. It should be, she ran as fast as a cheetah. Now, if you're happy with the basics, keep watching to learn the advanced ways to use this form. Advanced point number 1, we can use the as sandwich with a noun in place of the adjective or adverb to talk about numbers. We just add in many or much, depending on whether we're talking about countable or uncountable nouns. For example, money is uncountable. If Sandra makes the same amount of money as Neil, we can say Sandra makes as much money as Neil. However, people are countable. So if there was a party last night with 50 people and there are 50 people there again today, we can say there are as many people here today as yesterday. Advanced point number 2. We often use as to talk about possibility. For example, please write back as soon as possible. And shout as loud as you can. Advanced point number 3. When we want to talk about the size of the difference between two things, we use not quite and not nearly. Be careful because these two sound like they should be similar, but they aren't. We use not quite when the difference is small. For example, Dan is not quite as tall as Ralph. We use not nearly when there is a big difference. For example, Billy is not nearly as tall as Ralph. And finally, advanced point number 4. We can also use the as structure to emphasize the quality that something has in a poetic way. We might say, for example, the diamond shone as brightly as a star. It wasn't literally that bright, but describing it in that way helps to paint a picture of the scene. Making a comparison in this way is called a simile. We hope you've learned something new today, and if there's a topic that you would like us to cover, let us know. Follow the Cambridge Dictionary to learn more about English language.